All right, so we're going to go ahead and set up the Explore Assistant with the Cloud Function backend. So you're going to see me do this within my Google Cloud account. And the first thing I'm going to do is create a new project. And we're going to be doing a lot of the work, actually all of the work through the PowerShell. So you can should have a reproducible experience for you. So I created the project. It takes a couple seconds for it to get started. I'm going to select the project and open PowerShell. And when you do that, you'll notice that the Cloud Shell has the correct project opened. I'm going to go and clone the open source repository. And I am going to, I happen to check out sort of like this development branch that has a lot of the changes that I'm talking about right now. And I am going to, I just learned this thing actually right here. You can see me learn it live. There's a capture tab key button at the top that you'll see me click. I was wondering why my tabbing wasn't working. But I'm going to go into the directory here, and I'm actually going to go to the Terraform backend folder. And you'll see me switch here in a second to, oh, look, I discovered the button, to the editor. Because the first thing I want to do for the Cloud Function is we secure it with a private key, a share private key. And so I want to create this token. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now using the OpenSSL command. And so now there is a unique key in this vertex CF auth token. And I'm going to set now a bunch of variables for Terraform. So Terraform knows what to do for me. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the project. So the project is going to be the same one that's in yellow here. That's the name of the project that I'm allowed to connect to. And then the other variables that I'm going to set are going to be things to tell Terraform to use the Cloud Function backend and to tell it where to find that auth token. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then a good Terraform init will download the modules for Terraform, the plugins for Terraform will instantiate any modules that I'm using. I always like to do a little plan, a Terraform plan, to see how things are going. You saw me authorize there. I'm giving Cloud Shell the ability to go and talk to GCP. So I'm going to go ahead and Terraform apply. And I'm going to hit yes. And you see it's creating 37 items. So I'm going to tell you why this is running. I'll tell you a little bit about the things that it's creating. And so it's creating a Cloud Function that's going to be open and publicly accessible, but is secured. So it's over HTTPS and secured with a shared secret that the Looker instance will be using. To do this, it's setting up a bunch of the APIs it needs to enable. To set up the Cloud Function, we also get a Google Storage bucket to put the code in. We have a secrets manager to store the auth token. And we are also setting up the in a special data set in BigQuery that will be storing the examples for the Explore Assistant. So here you can see it's creating the Cloud Function, and then lo and behold, we're going to get an error. And so I did want to keep this error in really to show that sometimes there's race conditions inside of GCP. You're going to see me here. So what it's telling me is that the AI platform API isn't turned on yet. And so what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to just do Terraform apply again. And when I do that, it is, so I haven't changed anything. I'm just giving it a couple of extra seconds for things to kind of settle down inside of GCP. And you'll notice that as it's refreshing, it'll know that it has some more work to do, and it'll go ahead and do it. So you notice that I didn't change anything. I just reapplied, and it's working. Fast forwarding here to kind of get to the finish line. So once this is done, what I'll do is I'll show you that it all works. And I'll show you the Cloud Function that got set up and the BigQuery artifacts that were created. So great. Great, everything is good. We finished. So let's go look at some stuff. I'm gonna start here by going to the cloud function, and I'm gonna show you that cloud function that we created. So here it is. You can see the URL. I'm actually going to copy that because I'm going to test the endpoint. You can look at the logs. The cloud function is set up. Everything is looking good. You know, in the variables here, interesting to note things like the secret is actually being used and some of those variables that were automatically set by Terraform. And on the BigQuery side, we went ahead and created these two example tables, so you can see them here. And now what I'm going to do is, in our code base, we actually have a test script. So a test to see how we can actually hit, you know, is it working? Are we able to hit the endpoint? So I'm going to go here and open the editor, and I'm going to go into our test script, and I'm going to change the host name, the URL that it's using. So I'm going to go ahead in here and paste in the URL for that cloud function that we just created. I'm hitting save, and then moving back to the terminal, and I'm going to hit clear, and I'm going to run my test. And so here you'll see me Python test, and there you go. I was able to hit the endpoint, get a response from Gemini, and we're all set.